Hey, with all the money I got from Zataz, I just bought a bunch of vitality, so I raised my strength and toughness, just so I can progress in the story a little faster. There's one more enemy in the deep cave that I should take on. But yeah, going in. It says there's a demon lazing around outside the cave entrance. Judging by his size and apparent gender, he must be an incubus. He tried to stay hidden for now, but all he's doing is throwing darts at a dartboard he set up across the way from himself. What kind of demon sits around playing darts? Well, let's get. He tried to sneak closer to get a closer look at him. But the demon immediately stops what he's doing and stares straight at you. He laughs. Well, now I know what happened to all the demons inside. I really would have expected a bunch of renegades like him to put up a better fight. Caught, you stand up and ready your beautiful sword, taking up a defensive stance to ready yourself for whatever new attacks this demon has. Strangely, he just starts laughing again, and he has to stop to wipe tears from the corners of his eyes. Oh, that's rich. I'm not here to fight you, champion. I doubt I'd stand much of a chance anyways. I heard there was some renegades around this area, so I thought I'd show up to offer my services. You see, I'm a procurer of strange and rare alchemical solutions. Of course, you beat down everyone before I got here, but I thought I'd stick around to see if some scouts were still around before I hightailed it out of here. You stared, blinking your eyes in confusion. The demon of lust, and he's not interested in fighting or raping you? He laughs again as he reads your expression calmly states, No, I'm far from your average incubus. To tell the truth, I enjoy a spirited debate or the thrill of discovery over sating my sexual appetite, though of course I do indulge that from time to time. The strange incubus flashes you a smile that makes you feel a tad uncomfortable before he finally introduces himself. The name's Sean, and as you seem to be kicking the living butt out of Lethes's followers and enemies alike, I'd like to be on your side. So I propose a mutually beneficial agreement. I'll sell you items you can't get anywhere else, so let me live in this cave. What do you say? Okay. Excellent. Give me a few moments to gather my things, and I'll be open for business, exclaims the strange demon. If his story is true, no wonder he doesn't get along with the rest of his kind. The incubus, known as Sean, has set up a small stall around the cave entrance and is busy tending to his shelves and wares. He's dressed in an incredibly modest three-piece suit, nods to you as you approach. Let me know if you want to buy anything. I haven't done much with the cave, so feel free to poke around if you missed anything in your first pass. I barely used the first room. Sean nods at you and slicks his hair back, threading it carefully around the small nubs of his horns before asking, What can I do for you? So, Numrocks. Let's see what this is. The incubus lifts a strange packet of candy called Numrocks from his shelves and says, That'll be 45 gems. Are you sure you want to buy it? Yeah, I don't have any money. I only have 11 gems, so. The incubus lifts a bottle of sensitivity draft from shelves and says, That'll be 45. Yeah, Reducto. That'll. Okay, so yeah, the demon whip. Oh, it actually says this container full of paste can be used to shrink a body part down by a significant amount. And this coil, well, the demon whip, this coiled length of midnight black leather practically exudes lust, though it looks like it could do a lot of damage. The feel of that sleek leather impacting flesh is sure to inspire lust. And that actually raises your corruption as well. But yeah, it's absurdly expensive. And you can find it in the third dungeon. But yeah, go north. Cave tunnel, yeah. I'm gonna go west. Fungus cavern. This cavern is huge. Though you can only see the edge of a large stalactite to the west, the rest of the cave disappears into darkness beyond 20 or 30 feet away. The floor is covered in spongy, leaf-shaped fungus. They're huge, shiny, and purple, and they cover the cavern floor for as far as illumination will reach. A strange, sweet smell hangs in the cavern's humid air, probably coming from the copious fungal flora. At the edge of your vision, you can see a humanoid skeleton popped up against the stalagmite. There's a rapier lying a few feet in front of it. It still looks as good as new. What will you do? I'll fly to it. You start to fly over to the corpse and its discarded weapon, but about halfway through your flight, the unexpected happens. One of the leaf-like petals springs up and slaps your face with a stunning force, dropping you to the ground. You try to pick yourself up, but slip on the shifting, slick surface of another pad. A loud slap nearly deafens you, and the visible light instantly diminishes to a barely visible purple glow. The fungal leaves have completely encapsulated you, sealing you inside a fleshy purple pod. No light can penetrate the thick sheath surrounding you, but muted illumination pulses from the flexing walls of your new prison, oscillating in strength with the subtle shifts of the organic chamber. The sweet aroma that you smelled before is much, much stronger when enclosed like this. Its strong aroma is enough to make you feel dizzy and lightheaded. Deciding you had best escape from this impromptu prison with all possible speed, you try to find a joint force to force your way out through, but the pod's walls appear completely seamless. You pound on the mushy surface, but your repeated blows have little effect. Each impact brings with a burst of violet radiance, but the fungus seems built to resist such struggles. Moisture beads on the capsule's walls in larger and larger quantities, drooling in a puddle around your feet. Meanwhile, a number of tentacles have sprung up from below and crawling up your legs. It's become fairly clear how the skeleton wound up in this cave. You've got to escape. You're fighting the pod. You're totally trapped inside a pod. The walls are slimy and oozing moisture that makes the air sickeningly sweet. It makes you sickeningly sweet. Yeah. It makes you feel dizzy. Tentacles are climbing up your legs towards your crotch, doing their best to get under you and your red high society bodysuit. There's too many to try to pull away. Your only chance of escape is to create a way out. The pulsing luminescence continues to oscillate in regular rhythm. You haven't done enough to damage the thing and to affect it in the slightest. Okay. You shiver from the feeling warm wetness crawling up your legs. Tentacles brush against your cunt as they climb ever further up your body. In spite of yourself, you feel a touch of arousal licking at your thoughts. Okay, you see it's slightly wounded. The tentacles under your red high society bodysuit squirm against you, seeking openings to penetrate and genitalia to caress. One prods your groin, circling around your pussy deliberately, as if seeking other toys to play with. The violation of your gaping fuck hole is swift and painless. The fungus slippery lubricants make it quite easy to slip inside, and you find your fuck hole engorging with pleasure in spite of your need to escape. The tentacle folds up so that it can rub its stalk over your button, and it has quite an easy time making your bud grow hard and sensitive. The constant rubbing feels good. One lucky stalk manages to find your anus. As soon as it touches your rear entrance, it lunges forward to penetrate you. The fluids coating the tentacle make your muscles relax, allowing it to slide inside you with ease. The rest of the mass continues to crawl up you. They tickle up your belly as they get closer and closer to the underside of your volleyball-sized breast. Gods above, this is turning you on. Your lower body is being violated in every conceivable way, and it's only arousing you more. Between the mind-numbing smell and the sexual assault, you're having a hard time focusing. Well then, it seriously hurt. The wet, warm pressure of the fungus protrusion working their way up your body feels better than it has any right to be. It's like a combination of warm bath and gentle massage, and when combined with the thought-numbing scent in the air, it's nigh impossible to resist relaxing a little. In seconds, the mass of tentacles is underneath your red high society bodysuit and rubbing over your chest on cherry-like nubs. You swoon from the sensation and lean back against the wall while they stroke and caress you, teasing your sensitive, hefty nipple. Moans escape your mouth as your hips begin to rock in time with the tentacles and the pulsing luminescence of your fungus pod. It would be easy to lose yourself here. You groan loudly enough to startle yourself back to attention. You've got to get out. The tentacles that aren't busy with your tits are already climbing higher, and the slime has reached your waist. If anything actually makes the it if anything, it actually makes the constant violation more intense and relaxing. You start to sink down into it, but you catch yourself and pull yourself back up. No, you've got to fight. Okay, I got it. The pod's wall bursts under your onslaught. The strength goes out of the tentacles holding you at once, giving them all the power of a limp noodle. The spongy surface of the pod gives out, and the petals split apart, falling down to the ground with a heavy thwack. You stand there, exuding your freedom. You've won. The rapier you approached originally still lies there, and you claim your prize. You snag a single gem and 228 XP as you walk away from your victory. There is a jeweled rapier from your defeated opponent. You place a jeweled rapier in your first pouch. But yeah, when I leveled up my speed, which unlocked the ability that makes light weapons, like my beautiful sword, more powerful. And since I'm corrupt, this is actually the most powerful weapon for me right now. And if I get the fencing ability from Raphael, which, I'll keep you posted in that story arc, then this is actually the most powerful weapon in the game. Though the beautiful sword, especially if you have zero corruption, is also incredibly powerful. But yeah, this cavern is huge. There, a large stalactite to the west, and the rest of the cave disappears in darkness. The floor is covered in spongy, leaf-shaped fungus. They're huge, shiny, and purple, and they cover the cavern floor. For as far as illumination will reach, the familiar sweet smell of them hangs in the cavern's humid air, but you're fairly certain they won't trouble you again. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm out of here, but I hope everyone has a great day.